3:47 a.m. That's what the clock said the last time you lay awake replaying something that went wrong. A rejection, a failure, a conversation you wish you could take back. And in that moment, it felt like proof. Proof that you're not enough. Proof that you're falling behind. Proof that something is broken in you. But what if that moment wasn't proof of anything? What if it was just training? You don't build a strong mind when life is easy. You build it at 3:47 a.m. when everything in you wants to quit and you decide not to. Today, we're talking about how to build that mind. One that can take pressure, failure, and uncertainty without losing control. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control who you become because of it. Think about how you react when something goes wrong. You miss the opportunity, you fail the exam, someone walks away. The first thought is almost automatic. Why is this happening to me? That question feels harmless. It isn't. It quietly turns you into a passenger in your own life. So change it. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this trying to teach me? Here's the test. A muscle doesn't get stronger sitting untouched. It gets stronger because resistance forces it to adapt. Your mind works the same way. Every hard moment is load. Every failure is a rep. You don't need a life with no weight on it. You need a mind that's been tested enough to carry weight. Here's what most people won't say out loud. You're not actually afraid of failing. You're afraid of the 10 seconds of discomfort right before you try. So you open your phone, you say you'll start Monday. You look for someone to tell you it's fine. And each time you do that, you teach your own brain a rule. When it gets hard, escape. That rule doesn't stay small. It spreads until even minor friction feels unbearable. So flip it, deliberately, not because discomfort is good, because proving to yourself you can sit in it is what breaks the rule. Go to the gym on the day you have zero motivation. Send the message you've been rewriting for a week. Sit with your own thoughts for 10 minutes with the phone in another room. Each time, your brain logs one data point. I did the hard thing and survived it. Stack enough of those, and discomfort stops being a threat. It becomes familiar. Stop feeding the version of you that looks for excuses. Less complaining, less blaming, less waiting for conditions to be perfect. You're allowed to say, "This is hard." That's just honesty. What you can't afford is the next sentence. "So I can't." One is a description, the other is a door closing. You won't always control the situation. You will always control the effort, the discipline, and whether you get up one more time than you got knocked down. That last part, getting up one more time, is the only part of toughness that actually matters. Nobody builds a strong mind in one big moment. It's built in boring, repeated decisions. Sleep on a schedule, move your body, put the phone in the other room when you need to think, but the one that matters most. Do one hard thing every single day on purpose. Not extreme, just real. Finish the set you wanted to skip. Study the extra hour. Clean the room you've been avoiding. Make the call. The task itself is almost irrelevant. What matters is the sentence you say to yourself right before you do it. I don't feel like this, and I'm doing it anyway. Say that enough times and it stops being a sentence. It becomes your default setting. Your emotions will still show up. Anger, fear, jealousy. You don't get to opt out of feeling them, but you get to choose the gap between the feeling and the response. Someone says something that lights you up. Before you respond, stop. One breath, one question. Will reacting right now actually help me? 3 seconds of silence has saved people from decisions that cost them years. Strong people still feel anger, they just don't let it hold the pen. If you're terrified of failing, you'll spend your life on the sidelines of your own potential. You won't send the pitch, you won't post the video, you won't ask, because failure feels like a verdict. It isn't. It's a data point. You didn't fail because you're incapable. You failed because you tried something real enough to fail at. Learn what it told you. Adjust one variable. Go again. That loop. Try, fail, adjust, try, isn't the opposite of mastery. It's the entire mechanism of it. At some point the goal shifts from nothing bad will happen to me, which was never true, to something sturdier. Whatever happens, I'll figure it out. People will disappoint you. Plans will collapse. You'll have days that feel unsurvivable. But go back to 3:47 a.m. You've already had nights like that, and somehow, you're still here. You didn't get through them by making the pain disappear. You got through them by outlasting it. So next time, don't ask, how do I make this stop? Ask, how do I get strong enough to hold this? That's the whole shift. Not becoming someone who never falls, becoming someone who always stands back up. You don't control what people think of you. You don't control what the market does. You don't control what already happened. You control exactly one thing, what you do with it. Whether rejection becomes bitterness or fuel, whether failure becomes an excuse or a lesson, whether criticism shrinks you or sharpens you, that's not a small thing to control. That's the only thing that was ever actually yours. Here's the trap almost everyone falls into: waiting to feel ready before they act. Motivation is weather. Some days it shows up, some days it doesn't. And you can't build a life on weather. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It just executes the decision you already made. So build the system instead of relying on the mood. Schedule the workout instead of waiting to want it. Fix the study block instead of hoping for focus to strike. And keep the promises you make to yourself, even the small ones, because every broken promise to yourself teaches you not to trust your own word, and every kept one, even a 5-minute one, rebuilds that trust brick by brick. That's not productivity, that's self-respect, compounding. Life isn't going to get comfortable. There's always another mountain behind this one. You can spend your life trying to outrun that fact, or you can spend it getting stronger than it. Do the hard thing, keep the promise. Widen the gap between feeling and reacting. Let failure teach instead of define. And when it knocks you down, and it will, get up. Not because it didn't hurt, because you've decided pain doesn't get the final vote. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need it all figured out. You just need to keep standing back up, one hard rep at a time, until standing back up is just who you are. Because one day, you'll look back at the night that felt like it was breaking you, and realize it was the night that built you. You can hit me, you can test me, you can knock me down, but you don't decide when I stop. That's mine.